Hi guys, I've just got back from the children's animal play area. Got my silly hat on. Look like I'm going to take off. What do you reckon, guys? Looking cool, yeah? I could tie this bit, then I feel like I'm strangling myself. So everyone is home. The wife has just got home. I was with her. Oh God, look at this, how dirty my son's car is. Look at it. There's someone's written on it, too fast. Look at it. What's your car, mate? It's 17, they don't care. So when I was looking at my son's car, and there was a part of the spoiler was hanging off. So I'm lying on the floor trying to fix my 17-year-old son's car after he's boy racing. Oh, what it is to be 17. I remember when you're 17, you just want to get from A to B as quick as possible. You don't realise you can actually enjoy the drive. You can like the journey. Hello, Bella. Hello, you've been waiting for me to come home. Yeah, you've been saving up your little poopies. Yeah, give me a kiss. Give me. So she's been waiting for me. Ooh, good old Ella. So I've already done plenty of videos today. I did. Let me try and remember. Welcome to Defending Elvis. Thanks for joining me. I'm in Southwest UK. My name's Louis. I'm 58 years old. I'm 59 on the 10th of July. Oh yeah, big shout to Andrew Morenin. Andrew Morenin, thank you for your coffee, mate. That was a very generous coffee. Thank you so much. Andrew, thank you. Say hello to Lydia. Woo! So let me just think about today, what's happened so far. Yeah? So I woke up this morning. I always like to give it a bit of a mention for the stalkers that are obsessively talking about me and watching my videos. They always give my channel a boost. Hi, Lassica. You stalkers, you do know you're boosting my channel, don't you? You do know that, don't you? Every time you watch me, that's a couple more pennies for me. Seriously, you stalkers. Every time you watch me, I get another 2p. It makes me laugh. Hi, Sarge. Sarge, I was just saying, the stalkers watch me, and then I benefit. Oh, it's so funny. Let's all watch Louis and obsessively talk about him, and put money in his pocket. I'll never figure it out. It'll never add up to me. So anyway, what was I doing? Isn't it weird? The stalkers actually make me treat me like I'm famous. Treat me like a fool. Treat me like a fool, but love me. So well, yeah, it's actually quite an appropriate song. They love me, but love me. It's like they make me laugh, like the sort of they talk about me obsessively. I reckon, 30, 40 comments just in one day, all about Louis, the defender. Come on then. I'm like, God, do they really like me that much? When I say like me, I don't mean like me like in the normal sense. I mean like watching me. That's what I mean, yeah? They're like, yes. I'm sure. One of them said I was fascinating. One of them said, that Louis is fascinating to watch. It's like, am I that good? I don't know what to say, guys. It brings some joy. Brings me some joy to my mundane, boring existence. They psychoanalyze me. They break down everything I do, everything. What I say, what I think, how I think. my childhood, my life growing up, my family, my kids, my wife, how I make a living, whether or not I work, how I was a success in business, my hobbies, and I'm like, you name it, it has been discussed. Louis has been discussed by the Stalkers. And don't forget, the Stalkers are not just Elvis fans, they're Elvis channels as well. I even have Stalker Elvis family. I have Elvis family stalkers. I'm on about the ones that have trashed Elvis, yeah? I have Elvis fan stalkers. Thanks, Jane. Did you send me some more stalkering stuff? Jane, what stalkering stuff did you send me? Then I have, don't forget, quite a few of you. Hi, James. Hi, Jen. So quite a few of you, when people are talking about me, yeah, quite a few of you will send me things. I reckon I get sent 4 or 5 things a day. Stalking stuff, yeah. Sometimes more, sometimes 10, 15 things a day, all in the name of people that stalk Louis. It's pretty bizarre, isn't it? It's like, it's pretty nuts, you know? You think if people hate me, they would just not watch me. They would leave me alone. They would just act like I don't exist. They would think, oh, I'm not going to watch his channel because I don't like him. Instead, they compulsively watch me. Now, remember, I do at least 2 to 3 videos a day, which means I do 2 to 3 hours of videos a day. Oh, I know, Jane. I love it. I like being looked after by Team Elvis. Let me just cross it. I'm just hoping. Oh, Ella, come on. You have been doing something right if you've got the trolls. Normally they're... Well, if you go from the point of view of entertainment, hi Anne, welcome to Team Elvis, Anne. Lassico, you're having a resting day, are you? So if from the point of entertainment, I must be doing something right for the stalkers, because they're tuning in to me, to my show, 2-3 hours a day. That's pretty good, isn't it? To watch someone 2-3 hours a day, and you don't even like them, and you don't agree with them, you're against what they do, and that's pretty good. I think it's a bit of an achievement. Seriously. What do you think, guys? Do you think it's an achievement to get people to watch you 2-3 hours a day, 7 days a week, that don't like you, that are against what you do, that are anti what you do? I think that alone deserves a medal. Honestly. I'm going to pat myself on the back. Yeah, it is. Sarge, it's a bit of a... I don't even know a word for it. Sarge, you can think of a word. First rule of the internet, don't feed the trolls. Nah, I feed them. I feed the trolls, don't you worry about that. I don't think I have a choice. I think my channel, my YouTube channel, has broken every rule. Every rule you can imagine, I've broken when it concerns trolls. Yeah. So, I think I broke the mold. I honestly think my channel, Defending Elvis, yeah, I don't have a choice. I honestly do think that my channel, oh, thanks, Jen, has broke the mold. They could do a thesis on Louis the Defender, and then the people that worship him, that hate him. a psychoanalysis on it, a trailblazer. I'm fascinated by it myself. I tell my wife about it. She just doesn't understand it. Whoops. Right, I'm gonna sort Ella out. You can look at the sky. Here we go, looking at the sky again. So I'm walking down the road in southwest UK. Ella's having a poo. I've just picked up Ella's poo. And there's stalkers around the world watching me do it. That's got to be an original, hasn't it? The guy walks down the road with his dog talking about Elvis. There's a guy who walks down the road talking about Elvis. Yeah, the mind boggles. Oh, yeah, Sarge, we've tried everything, haven't we? We've tried everything. So I woke up this morning and we were discussing trolls, but we were also discussing the excuses. Yeah, James, well done. Yeah, there we are. I agree with you, Jen. How do you spend 3 hours a day watching someone you don't like and don't agree with? There's a guy who works down the chip shop, swear. I actually did own a chip shop. In fact, I own 3. To any of you that don't know, I've owned 3 chip shops in my life. So I am a guy who works down the chip shop who loves Elvis. Fish and chips, you know. Yeah, Ella's here. Ella, you want to say hello? Ella, Bella, Bella, Bella. Yeah, bah, 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 bah. She's like, get on and walk me. So the whole anti-defending thing, you know, why people are so against Elvis being defended. I think we've really thoroughly thrashed that topic, haven't we? Thanks, James. We've really thrashed that topic, haven't we? The whole, why are people against Elvis being defended? Like, we've tried to look at it from every angle. It will never make sense. Why? The only thing. Oh yeah. I keep being reminded that I'm going to be arrested and my channel's going to be shut down. It's probably said to me 7 days a week. But the point is this. I have come up with an exact answer why certain people, Elvis fans, think that Elvis doesn't need defending, and it's really simple, because they have been worshipping the people that have trashed Elvis for over 40 years. It's that simple. They are set in their way. It's that simple. Let me just get past this person. Do any of you agree with that? These people have been ass-kissing the Elvis trashers, you know, the Memphis Mafia, the cousins, the stepbrothers, Priscilla, ex-girlfriends, whatever it is, yeah? For over 40 years. And they're set in their ways. They don't want to change. By admitting that Elvis needs defending, they're sort of giving up, aren't they? They're sort of going, oh, I can't worship the trashers anymore. Unfortunately, the trashers are also Elvis's family. People that Elvis trusted. So do you understand that, guys? That if you've been worshipping someone for 20 years and you've ignored that these people seriously damaged Elvis's private reputation as a human behind the legend. So you've been saying, so a lot of these books were done in the 90s, weren't they? And documentaries and biographies. So if you've been worshipping these people, kissing their ass since the 90s, and then Louis comes along and says, with his group, Team Elvis, Team E, yeah? Louis comes along and says, what are you doing? You're all kissing the ass of the people that trashed Elvis, that damaged his reputation in front of his daughter. Don't forget, this is the big thing. It was done in front of his daughter. So Louis comes along with his group, with his daily videos, 2-3 videos a day, and says, you've made a mistake. You've made a mistake. You've been barking at the wrong tree. Do you get it? They don't want to do a U-turn. They don't want to do a U-turn. They don't want to go, oops, I messed up. I've been betting on the wrong horse. Do you know what I mean? They'll lose face. If they go, do you know what? Yes, Elvis was trashed by his own family. His cousins, stepbrothers, Memphis Mafia, by his ex-wife. Jeffrey Robertson. Jeffrey, say something good or I'm going to block you, mate. I'm good at blocking. So remember, this channel is called Defending Elvis. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, la, 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 la. We're at the building site. Do, 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 do. There we go. So yeah, so they can't really do a reverse turn, can they? They can't go, oh, yeah, I've made a fool of myself. Well, he doesn't want to talk. He kept repeating himself, saying, tell me the news, tell me the news. What did Elvis wrong? Anne? I don't understand the question. So, I think they are a tough group also to call out Notorious their shield of lies. Yeah, it is. It's like a shield of lies. It is sort of, it's like, let's hide behind the lies. Does that make sense? Let's hide behind the lies. Isn't that what's happening? So you've got a shield of lies, as just said, and then all these people hide behind the lies and stand by the lies, support the lies. So, is it pride? Is that what it is? Is it pride? They're too proud to admit they're wrong. They've made a mistake. They've been betting on the wrong horse. Is that what it is? Because you don't need that much common sense to work out that Elvis needs defending. The most disgusting things are said about Elvis. I hear it all the time. I hear it every day. So anyone that says Elvis, the man behind the legend, doesn't need defending, are clearly lying. They're clearly just saying it because they're stubborn. So the other unusual thing is how these people literally talk about me all day. All day. I know that if I want, I can go and find comments of people talking about Louis, the guy in the UK that defends Elvis. Let's face it, guys. Thanks, Chicky. I know that the guy in the UK, the Louis guy, you know, I know that I can find people talking about me most of the day on different channels, even YouTube channels, even Elvis YouTube channels, male and female, all ages. I don't understand it. Please explain it to me. Right. They have been fooled. They have. People make excuses for the trashers. The most common excuse is they were there. They lived the life. How dare you speak about Elvis's family, yeah? Even though they do. So I'll bring up the wrongdoing of the cousins, but then they will trash Donna Presley for every day, all day. The most disgusting things are said about Donna Presley, who is a first cousin. Everyone knows it. There's no doubt that Donna is Elvis's first cousin. She has Elvis's blood in her veins. They will attack her and trash her. Happily, they will happily trash her, even though they're Elvis fans. But then they will defend the other cousin that did trash books. Massive, thick trash books. Do you understand? So James, do you understand that? James, this is for James. They trash Donna Presley. They do it every day, yeah? 20, 30 comments attacking Donna Presley, yeah? But then they defend the other family on the other side who have written a disgusting book, tabloids, and done disgusting documentaries. We all know the names of them, don't we? Does it make any sense? They attack Donna, but they hero worship the other side of the family that trashed Elvis for decades, for money, trash for cash. They sold Elvis out, stabbed him in the back, betrayed him. So do you see my point? They have one rule for one side of the family, a completely different rule for Donna. What I have learned is they are united in hating Priscilla. So the Stalkers, the trashers, most of them are united in hating Priscilla. Not all of them. You do get the odd one out, like the Wicked Witch of the West. She clearly is a Priscilla lover and a Stanley lover. Yeah, Wicked Witch of the West. You love Stanley, don't you? You love Priscilla, don't you? Priscilla is a victim, yeah? That is so hilarious. Oh no, this is a typical victimhood. Someone who is betrayed supports another betrayer. So Priscilla has clearly betrayed Elvis many times, and Lisa. So someone else who was betrayed supports Priscilla. Does that make sense? Look, a lot of these people, they're happy to hate on Priscilla, yeah? But they won't hate on the other people that have trashed Elvis for money, that have stabbed him in the back, betrayed him, double-crossed him. Do you get it? It's one rule for Priscilla. It's another rule. It's another rule. Hi, Anita. It's another rule when it comes to the cousins or the stepbrothers or the Memphis Muffin. Do you see what I mean? It's all double standards. It's all very hypocritical. Elvis doesn't need defending unless it's Priscilla. Do you see it? Now, I'm anti-Priscilla. I'll expose Priscilla all day long, yeah? In fact, I did today. Miss Sam's video today was very much exposing Priscilla for her wrongdoing, yeah? The way she set Elvis up and tricked Elvis, yeah? We did an hour and 30 minutes discussing how Priscilla set Elvis up, yeah? It was all a plan. It was all a plan, yeah? Miss Sam's video. Miss Sam's so good. I love Miss Sam's. Please subscribe to her channel, Miss Sam's, yeah? So people are happy to expose Priscilla. But anybody else, no. Because they've been hero worshipping the other trashers for 30 years. So it's a different rule for them. And as Chicky Blue says, all of the trashing happened in front of Lisa Marie, whilst Lisa Marie was alive for over 40 years. So why didn't anyone care about Lisa's feelings? Seriously, you think about it. When you make a decision to do a book, and we're not just talking about the cousins, we're talking about other people as well, yeah? When you make a decision to do a trash book, you know, even if you're talking about Red Westbrook and Sonny Westbrook, you know, Dave Hebler, All the King's Men. I mean, not All the King's Men, sorry, Elvis, What Happened, yeah? There must have been a point where they had to say, or wonder what Lisa Marie's going to think. How would Lisa Marie take it? How would Elvis' daughter take it? That must have been discussed by all of these people. How will it affect Lisa? And the decision must have been taken that I don't care what she thinks. Do we see that? There must have been a point with all of these people, including Priscilla. I don't care what Lisa thinks, I'm going to do it anyway. Do we understand that? Every person that wrote a book or did a biography or a documentary or a tabloid or social media at some point whilst Lisa Marie was alive must have said, I don't care what Lisa thinks. Hi Kirsten, you enjoying Epic, are you? Everyone's loving Epic at the moment. We're going to have to do like a Guinness Book of World Records, who's watched Epic the most, yeah? Kirsten, how many times have you watched it? I had one person message me, they've watched it 8 times. 8 times! Whew. So I'm starting to warm up now. Seriously, someone messaged me and said, I've watched Epic 8 times. Amazing. Wow. I'm enjoying this walk, guys. Nice to get some fresh air. I'm going to keep walking. I'm going to keep going. Shall I keep going, guys? Guys, you think I should keep going? So we've done 1.5 miles. I could just keep going. Ella likes it. She's happy. Ella, you okay? Tommy, Elvis Presley, your girlfriend's watched it 4 times. Cool. Cool. I'm still trying to recover from the what I went through on the first time. It was so amazing, honestly. It was like, wow. So anyway, so with talking about Miss Sams, yeah. So Miss Sams, so she, you know, not everyone's into tarot card reading, okay, but I tell you what, her instinct and her research, because she does a lot of research, is spot on, isn't it? She really has got Priscilla's number, yeah. She's completely sussed out that Priscilla, before she met Elvis, was not a sweet, innocent virgin. One of the things Miss Sams said was that she was talking about the Rat Pack. So, you know, like Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr., how they would all dress really smart in their suits, and their girlfriends would really dress pizzazz. They would really dress up in beautiful dresses, very sexy dresses. And Miss Sams said that Priscilla, when she was 13 years old, would borrow her mum's dresses and dress like Dean Martin's girlfriend, or Frank Sinatra's girlfriend, or Sammy Davis Jr.'s girlfriend. Do you get it? So that before, but then she says, this is what Miss Sams says, but because Miss Sams has cottoned on to Priscilla, so don't forget Miss Sams has worked out that Priscilla had a plan to capture Elvis, to trap Elvis. Baz, I don't think Baz Luhrmann's watched me yet. I don't think so. I hope he does one day, because I'd love it if Baz Luhrmann became a defender. I would, seriously. Anyway, as I was saying, so Miss Sams is saying that Priscilla, and it's in the book Child Bride, yeah? And we have done a Child Bride book review this morning, a girl called Jennifer C, yeah? Oh, I'd love to have a chat with Baz. I want to convert Baz and turn him into a defender. Oh, did they? I'd love to convert Baz Luhrmann and turn him into a defender. Yeah, because I think Baz has still got more to learn when it comes to defending Elvis. Yeah, I'd love to get him on our side. I like Baz Luhrmann. I think Baz Luhrmann is a hero. Yeah, I think him promoting and creating Epic is a phenomenon. Yeah, I've heard about the musical that he's considering. Yeah, he is starting to change. I agree with that. I do think Baz is starting to realise... All right, mate. I do think Baz is starting to realise there's more to the story now. He's starting to get it. He definitely is not on Priscilla's camp anymore. Honestly. Yes, Louis, apparently Baz has mentioned me. Whew, I'd love to have proof of that. I doubt it. I find that hard to believe, Jane. Where did you hear that? I find that hard to believe. That would make my day. I don't think so. But one day, maybe one day. Maybe one day. Maybe it's because I'm a Londoner. So, I tell you what I do think, though. That the Epic thing may help the defending movement. The defending movement that we run together, me and Team E, Team Elvis. It was on the chat, yeah, but a chat isn't enough. We need proof. Jane, we need proof. You can't go by chats, but I'm honoured that that's possible. Yeah, but I do think that the Epic, yeah, Elvis Presley in concert, may open the door. Yeah, we need proof. May open the door. What did Sherlock Holmes say, Sarge? Sarge, what did Sherlock Holmes say about proof? I can't remember the saying. If you rule out everything probable, blah, blah, blah. Come on, you tell me. The Sherlock Holmes, what did he say about what was proof? Blah, 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 blah. If you rule out blah, 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 it must be the truth. Whew. Come on, you put it in the chat, guys. Put it in there. Let's try and cross. I love Sherlock Holmes, guys. Loved it. I like the original black and white Sherlock Holmes. You know, the Hound of the Baskerville, all that. Loved it. Anyway, so, blah, blah, blah. If you rule out everything that is possible, probable, it must be the truth. Come on, you tell me. Anyway, as I was saying with Miss Sams. So, right, so, the systematic elimination of the impossibility. You know what I'm talking about, don't you guys? Yeah, Dr. Manny and Sherlock McCready's. Is Manny with us? Manny, are you here, are you? So yeah, so she's basically saying that Priscilla would dress up in Frank Sinatra style female girlfriend clothing. Elementary, my dear Watson. And but then when she went to meet Elvis, she put on an sweet innocent clothing to try and trap Elvis, because she knew that Elvis didn't want to slap her. Elvis wasn't interested in slappers. He wanted a decent girl. Elementary, my dear Watson. Yeah, Columbo's the same. Didn't Columbo working the same way, though? He would rule out everything, so eventually there could be only one answer. Like Highlander said, there can be only one. Do any of you watch Highlander? There can be only one. Roger Moore. No, Sean Connery. Conor McGregor, there can be only one. Conor McLeod, that's it. Conor McLeod, innit? There can be only one Conor McLeod. From the Conor clan. I've got the right hat for it, I think. The name's Bond, James Bond. Anyway, as I was saying, let's get serious. Let's get serious. I love Highlander. Oh, you met him, did you? Oh, what's his name? He's French. Isn't he French? The guy from Highlander. I love Highlander. Honestly, it's one of my favourite films. And Queen, obviously, Queen sings on it, don't they? Who wants to live? I'm a big fan of Queen, yeah, Freddie Mercury. Who wants to live forever? Who wants to live forever? Brilliant. Oh, I'm a big fan of Queen, yeah. I love Queen. I discovered Queen very young. I think I was about 9 when I discovered Queen. I loved them. I want to ride my bicycle. What is my favourite Queen song? I'm trying to think. Well, when I was a DJ, I always played Don't Stop Me Now. It was a dance floor filler, wasn't it? Don't Stop Me Now. I'm having such a good time. Right, let's just get past these people. I'm trying to think of my favourite Queen song. I quite like that one, what I just said to you, the Who Wants to Live Forever. Yeah, he was an Elvis fan, I know. I think, didn't they nearly meet? They were going to meet backstage, something happened. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Elvis's gospel music. Massive. Oh yeah, I was saying about Miss Sam's. So Miss Sam's basically, crazy little thing called love. So Miss Sam's basically said that Priscilla changed how she dressed, changed her hair to trap Elvis. And that Cary Grant was approached by Priscilla and she asked him, can you introduce me to Elvis? So this storyline that we've been told for the last 40 years that he'd approached her in the Eagles Club could be a pack of lies. So she changed how she dressed. So when she was introduced to Elvis, she looked sweet and innocent. And the rest is history. Now, the reason Elvis preferred a woman that didn't look like a slapper, it was because that was pretty normal in the 60s and 70s and 80s. The men wanted decent women. Men didn't want a woman that had been around. It's the truth, guys. Isn't it the same now? Yeah, I know. Look, the story that Curry approached Priscilla in the Eagles Club is, in my opinion, is a pack of lies. Everything I say is for entertainment purposes, not a fact. We're just having a discussion on YouTube. Nothing I say is fact. It's for entertainment purposes, guys. But the truth is, the story that Cary Grant approached Priscilla could have been made up. And the other thing, there was a change to the story. So this year, no, not this year, 2025, Priscilla said, oh, she was crying into her diary because she was missing home. Now that is a new twist to the story. She never used to say that. She used to say she was, sat reading her book in the Eagles Club in is it Wiesburg, is it? Wiesburg, whatever. And that he walked over to her and said to her, oh, hi, do you know Elvis? Yeah? And then she went, yeah, who doesn't? Yeah? But now there's been an add-on to the story that she was crying in her diary, missing home, missing her friends back home, which that bit's probably true because she was probably missing her boyfriend. Let's face it, guys, there's a chance Priscilla had a boyfriend when she met Elvis. Have any of you heard that? There's a picture of him, isn't there? There's a picture of him in Child Bride, in the book Child Bride. Look, this is Priscilla's little game, how she disarms people. So she's being interviewed. One of the first questions, oh, you were only 14 when you met him. Piers Morgan did it. They all do it. In fact, all of the interviews that she was given when she was promoting the book Softly As I Leave You, almost all of them started off by saying, oh, you were 14 when you met Elvis. And then she'll talk about Elvis as if she was with him from 14 until they divorced in 1973. So that means she'll give the impression she was with Elvis for 14 years. Not true. She was only really with him for about a couple of years before the engagement. 2 to 3 years, yeah. Maybe 3 years before the engagement, maximum. 2 to 3, yeah, before the engagement. They get engaged in December 66. Then they get married, May the 1st, 67. And then within a year, she's unfaithful with the dance instructor. So work it out, guys. So that alone is 4 years maximum. Then you add on another 2 years where she eventually runs off with Mike Stone. Remember, she's seeing Mike Stone secretly for a year, who was married, who had children. So when you really think about it, guys, work out the years. So we had the 4 leading up to them being married. Then we had the couple of years before she runs off with Mike Stone. So we're talking 6 to 7 years in total, and they were not happy. The relationship was a mess. She was being unfaithful at least twice. Elvis, I do accept, was unfaithful as well, of course. Elvis was human, as we keep getting reminded. So they were both unfaithful. The relationship was an absolute joke. There's no way they should have got married. But this thing where she says, oh yes, oh, I met Elvis when I was 14, but then we divorced in 1973. She gives the impression that they were together for 14 years. No, they wasn't. No, they wasn't. It's a lie. It's a blatant lie. But the interviewers, the journalists that are interviewing her, believe it. They don't question her. They don't challenge her. Every word she says. Even if you go back to the 80s, when Rona Barrett and Barbara Walters interview her, the opening question is, oh, you were with Elvis when you were 14. She doesn't say, oh, by the way, I didn't see him for nearly 2.5 years. He went back to America and I stayed in Germany, yeah? She doesn't say that. She doesn't say, oh, because I think Priscilla had boyfriends when Elvis went back to Gracelands, back to America, back to do GI Blues and to the Frank Sinatra show and to make some albums. I think Priscilla had boyfriends, yeah? So, and that's fine, you know, 14, 15, 16-year-old girl having boyfriends, it's understandable, it's okay. I'm not against that. But she'll give the impression she was with Elvis from the moment she met him to the moment they divorced. And that isn't correct. It isn't true. In fact, I think the last 2 years of their marriage, they hardly saw each other. I think they led separate lives. She clearly was seeing Mike Stone for a long time. Even Mike Stone has said that. Mike has also said that she chatted him up. Come on, Mike Stone wasn't going to resist Priscilla. She was too good looking. Yeah, a very stunning woman. Mike Stone, typical man. But the shocking thing about Mike Stone is that he was married. Allegedly, Frances Stone, his wife, was pregnant at the time when they met. Priscilla allegedly befriended Frances Stone. They would go out together, have dinner together, go to tournaments, karate tournaments together. Remember, Mike Stone was an acquaintance of Elvis as well. Elvis had met and introduced Priscilla to Mike Stone. I think once was when they were on their engagement. Not engagement, I'm getting it wrong. Honeymoon. I've heard that Priscilla and Elvis met Mike Stone on her honeymoon. So just all of it, it's just pretty horrible. So Miss Sams is basically saying that Priscilla tricked her way into 3 times, was it, Tommy? Yeah. That Priscilla tricked her way into Elvis's life. That's basically what Miss Sam says. And then wreaked havoc. So now with the Mike Stone thing, yeah, I know he was married before Frances Stone, wasn't he? But as far as I know, Frances Stone, he had 2 kids with Frances, and one of them, she was pregnant when Priscilla and Elvis, when Priscilla met Mike. So, you know, I've listened to Mike Stone's interviews, and it's pretty shocking. Mike doesn't properly apologise for his behaviour, bearing in mind he was married. He does come out with his funny little karma, yin and yang type excuse. You know, nobody owns anyone. I think, right, okay, so that's Matthew. Hi, Matthew. So you think Mike Stone met Elvis in 1969? I think he met him a couple of times, didn't he? You know, I mean, Mike Stone's interviews, they are interesting. There's a few on there. I think there's about 4 very good, well, when I say good, very interesting interviews. He's very honest. The way he speaks about Priscilla is very honest. He clearly was besotted by her, in love with her, infatuated with her. I can tell that Mike Stone really liked Priscilla. Yeah, Elvis called Mike Stone a badass, didn't he? Now, Mike Stone was a real proper champion. I think that he win 46 championships. Is that? I'd have to check it, but Matthew at Hillbilly Cat might be able to do it. As far as I know, he won 46 championships. You know, he was a real beast of a man, yeah? Very confident. That's why Elvis was so impressed with him. But Elvis felt the same way about Hebler, and he knew how it worked out. Yeah. My thing with Dave Hebler is very simple. Just say sorry, show regret. Admit what you did was wrong. Admit you sold Elvis out. You trashed him for cash. Stop making excuses that you were trying to help him get better, get him off the drugs, off the prescription medication. Just say you were greedy, you were angry, you were bitter, you wanted revenge. So you did a book because you were offered a lot of money, and then say sorry. I'd respect that a lot more than being stubborn and saying I've done nothing wrong, and then blaming the publishers. Yeah, well, I've heard this as well, and then blaming the publishers and blaming Steve Dunleavy. So I have heard the story where Dave Hebler says he tried to get to Elvis, but to talk to him, but he couldn't get to him. Let me just take this hoodie off, it's too hot. Woo! It's too hot, guys. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, I messed my hair up now. Because, you know, we've done nearly over 2 miles, so it's too bloody hot. I'm getting hot. It's actually quite nice, yeah? So, look, I don't hate these people. You know, Dave Hebler, Mike Stone. I did sort of see a bit of a half-hearted apology from Mike Stone. I think it was on Stefan's show. Do any of you remember Stefan? I forget the name of his channel now. Something Record, is it? Oh, Stefan, I've forgotten your channel name. Artist on Record, is it? But Stefan did manage to get a little bit of an apology from Mike Stone, but not for Elvis. He sort of apologised that he hurt his family. Because obviously he had 2 kids with Francis and obviously his wife, Francis, who seems lovely. Francis forgave Priscilla. I found the interview. Francis actually forgave Priscilla. This is how lovely Francis. She was a beautiful woman as well. So I did find that Mike Stone, in Stefan's interview, he did say, look, I regret hurting my family. He did do that. The truth is, he should have kept himself zipped up. Yeah, you remember, Karen. Stefan, he's still going, Stefan. I always find that certain YouTube channels, they get a bit hot under the collar when it comes to defending Elvis. They sort of, you know, some channels are a bit reluctant because they know that a lot of drama comes with what we do. And I think people don't want to get involved. Yeah, I did a nice little live with Stefan. I've only done 2 interviews. I did one with Stefan, which he taught me into. I didn't want to do it. And then I did another one with Donna Presley, which even I was very, what's the word? How can I say it? Even Karen brought me into that, because it's interviewing people. It's not really what I want to do. I loved interviewing Donna. I loved it. One of the happiest experiences I've ever had, interviewing Donna Presley. I loved it. But it wasn't really something I wanted to do. Oh yeah, I loved it, Jen. But it's not something, I don't know why, it's just, I can do interviews, but it's not, I don't know why, I'd rather be one-on-one with you guys. I'd rather be chatting with Team Elvis, you know, Team E, than interviewing someone. Yeah, I did. I think I held my own. Thank you. Who knows, guys? I've had people ask me. Obviously, everyone knows Billy Stanley. Billy Stanley asked me many times. I just kept delaying it. I just didn't want to do it. I don't think Baz Luhrmann's going to want to interview Louis. Of course, I would do it. I don't think I'm that famous yet. I accept that I've got a bit of fame, but not famous enough to be interviewed by Baz Luhrmann. I don't think so. But saying that, he did interview the Pink Cadillacs, didn't he? That's good. I love the Pink Cadillacs. I think they're great. Victor Ryan Skylar. Who knows, guys? With our channel, nothing surprises me. Nothing. It's always something comes out of the blue. So we had that lady, she did message me saying, you know, with the book 30 Pieces of Silver, The Betrayal of Elvis, you know, she did message in a comment. Thanks, Tommy. I hope so. You know, because I am, you know, people keep reminding me that Elvis is all about love, which he is, but he's not all about love. This is the thing I was trying to get across this week. Yes, Elvis was full of love. He was a kind Christian man, a loving man, caring. But he was also a very strong man, a very tough man. So I don't think Elvis was just all about love. I actually think when people try and say Elvis doesn't need defending because he was all about love, I actually think it's a bit disrespectful to Elvis, because Elvis was no wimp. Yeah, I think everyone likes to be stood up for, don't they? Everyone wants to be stood up for, you know? If someone stood up for me, which they do, you guys stand up for me every day. I like it. I like everyone. If I stand up for Team Elvis, you like it. If I stand up for Donna, she likes it, you know? It's like everyone wants someone on their side to back them up. And so this is why I think Elvis would like that we stick up for him. Innit? Don't forget, it's not just me. It's a group. It's our group. Team E, Team Elvis. Our group stick up for Elvis, not just Louis. I think he'd be, I tell you what I do think, the anti-defenders, the stalkers, there's no way Elvis would be happy with them because they don't want to stand up for Elvis. They don't want to stand up for Lisa Marie. They support the trashers. So there's no way that that Elvis would be happy with the anti-defenders. No way. Today I heard someone saying that they support the Memphis Mafia. They support the Trasher books, but like the documentaries like All the King's Men and the E True Hollywood, and also Elvis What Happened. I heard an anti-defender say that today. I'm like, how can you call yourself an Elvis fan? How can you call yourself an Elvis fan but then say you support all the books that trashed him, all the documentaries that trashed him, that were done in front of his daughter? Do you see my point, guys? You know, it doesn't add up. You start something off by saying, I support the trasher books, I support the trasher people that trashed and double-crossed and backstabbed Elvis. And then you go on to say you're against Elvis being defended, but then you call yourself an Elvis fan. It just doesn't add up, does it? It doesn't, the jigsaw puzzle doesn't piece together. It's very, very hypocritical. Very hypocritical. It actually makes you look pretty stupid. My hair's a right mess. Anybody that says that they support the people that trashed Elvis, sold him out, betrayed him, backstabbed him, Elvis wouldn't like it. Elvis wouldn't like it. Would you? Would I? Would I? If someone trashed me, if someone trashed Louis, am I going to support them? Am I going to thank them? Am I going to... Do you see my point, guys? No, everyone wants to be defended. No one wants to be trashed. It's pretty basic. You know, people try and use the excuse, oh, Elvis is a famous person, is a public figure. That doesn't give you the right to trash him. People say, oh, they were family. Well, that doesn't give you the right to trash him. People say, we were there. That doesn't give you the right to trash him. People say, I was his ex-girlfriend. That doesn't give you the right to trash him. People say, I was married to him. That doesn't give you the right to trash him. Do you see how simple it is? It's so basic. The correct thing to do if you're a trasher, is just to say sorry, show regret, and then you can be forgiven. Because I do believe on most things, not all things, most things, if you say sorry and show regret, there's room for forgiveness. I really believe that, yeah? And that includes for family, ex-girlfriends. Now with Priscilla, it's a bit different because you've got the Michael Edwards situation, which to me is a bit unforgivable. Do we agree? The Michael Edwards situation is a bit unforgivable. You know, what these people do, because they can't admit they're wrong, their focus is about Louis. Do we see that, guys? LD Summer. You mean JD Summer? Yeah, I love how he stood up to D. Stanley. JD Summer, yeah. The way he stood up. Yeah, it's unforgivable, isn't it, Karen? Guys, we've done 3 miles. We're on 60 minutes. You know we're going to do 6-7, don't you? We're going to do 6-7 again. That's twice now. We did it yesterday. We've done 3 miles. Are your legs tired? I think we're having a takeaway tonight. We're having kebab. Doner kebab, shish kebab tonight, which is keto. Kebab is keto, guys. Meat and salad. Maybe I'll have a couple of chips, you never know. Come on, guys. Elvis would love that we defend him. It's so obvious. He'd be like, about time too. Honestly, Elvis would be like, about time too. Even Lisa Marie, when she was defending Elvis, she was all alone. Seriously, Lisa Marie, she spent her whole life defending her father. Who helped her? Seriously, I'm asking you guys. Who helped Lisa Marie defend her father? Because I can't think of anyone. I'm on about before the internet, yeah? Before there was internet, who helped Lisa Marie defend her father? Nobody. The fans didn't have a voice, so the fans couldn't. The fans didn't have internet. She had no one. No one helped her because there was no one to give a voice for Elvis other than Lisa. So at least now with internet, we give Elvis a voice. We give Lisa a voice. It's actually very sad, isn't it? It's very sad to think that Lisa had no one to back her up defending her father. She was all alone because she was an only child. So it's actually very sad, yeah? So at least now with Epic, that is a voice for Elvis. Yeah, that's I will say about Epic. It is a defending movie. It is a defending. The whole thing about Epic is all about defending Elvis because it is showing the man behind the legend as well as the legend. Yeah. So, you know, Elvis would be cheering. Come on, guys. Elvis would be cheering, wouldn't he? About Epic, I'm talking about, yeah? And Lisa Marie would be cheering with him. Could you imagine Elvis and Lisa Marie and Benjamin up in heaven knowing the Epic, the phenomenon that is happening, that is going around the world? Elvis would be so proud. Come on. And Riley, Finley and Harper must be very proud. Very proud. If I was Finley and Harper, if I was 17-year-old twins, and Epic is this massive success around the world, I'd be cheering. I'd be so proud. And I know that Finley and Harper love Elvis. They're good Christian girls as well. They would be cheering. Oh, hi, Larry. They would be cheering, and I think Riley Q will as well. But Riley Q is very clever. She tries not to say much because I think she just thinks that the less she says, the less she will be attacked. I really think that with Riley. She's worried to speak up because she knows anything she says will be thrown at her and she will be attacked. Come on, if you're Lisa's kids, Riley, Finley and Harper, and there's this massive success going around the world called Epic by Baz Luhrmann, and he is a hero for doing it. You're going to be cheering. Secretly, they're cheering, yeah? But I personally believe that the less they say, the better. Keep out of the drama. I honestly believe that Riley, Finley and Harper stay out of the drama. Don't get drawn into it. Leave it to us. Leave the drama to Team Elvis. To Louis and his Defending Elvis group. We can deal with it. Jane, won't we? We can deal with the drama for Elvis, for Lisa, for Riley, for Finley, for Harper. Oh, they're adorable. Tommy, they're adorable. Yeah? And they're lovely girls. We have to support Lisa's children. So guys, we're on 6-4. So I'm going to have to say goodbye at 6-7. So don't forget, 6-7. 6-7. We're all going to say it together. When we get to 6-7, we're all going to say... Is that my son in his car? My son in his car. All right, where you going?
We're going to the cinema.
Okay, is he paying you?
Yeah.
Of course. The money-making thing. You're a taxi driver. That's my son, Rio. He gives his mates lifts. They give him money. He's become a taxi driver. He's making money. Driving people around in the car that I paid for. So don't forget, guys, we're going to all say 6-7 together. So Donna Presley has sent me her latest video. She sent it me this morning. So tomorrow morning I wanted to cover that, okay? So we've done over 3 miles, guys. So don't forget, we're going to say 6-7 together. Yeah, he sent Tommy. He's 17 years old. He's already broke one car. That's his second car. 17 is he's already broke one car. And I always say to him, slow down, slow down, slow down. He doesn't listen to me. You don't listen to people when you're 17. Did you? Did you guys listen to your parents when you were 17? I didn't. Well, I did a little bit. Yeah, he wrote off his first car. It was a Ford Fiesta. Tommy, it was a Ford Fiesta. He wrote it off. Wrote it off within 8 weeks of passing his driving test. That's his second car. Guess who paid for both his cars? Okay, guys, so we're doing countdown to 6-7. We all have to say 6-7 together. Everybody around the world, in every country that you're in, there's all different countries, America, England, Australia, Canada, many other countries. We're all going to say 6-7. We're going to do a countdown. We're all going to say it together at exactly the same time. Larry, make sure you say it. 6-7. Don't forget. Hi, Anita. Anita, you're being impatient. Yeah, me too, Tommy. July the 10th, 1967. My camper van is a 1967 camper van, split screen. Are we ready? So I'll see you all in the morning. Okay, guys? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 6-7. 6-7 around the world. Thank you, guys. 3 miles. My legs are tired. 6-7, guys. 6-7. Everybody say 6-7 in the comments, please, in the comment section. 6-7, guys. Seriously, a 1967 camper van. Take care, everyone. Thank you. And Team Elvis, you rock. Thanks, everyone. Love you all, guys. See you soon. 6-7.